So I thought we might start with the obviously you've got a long history in the sport, 4 years in the sport, but I thought we might start with the most recent Manchester race where you finished second in the World Championship. So congratulations. Were you happy with how that race went?
Yes, it went almost like expected. For me, expected. I was at the last 3 world champions before on the podium, and it was like my big goal to stay there, to stay again at the podium. And I was expecting like Hunter going out very fast. My race strategy was like to keep up with him, try to keep up with him at least until sled pull, burpees, stay close to him, make him think, make him struggle. But yeah, he went out really hard, way too hard, even for me. And I had like to let him go and just keep or fight for that podium place with the other guys.
Is it at that point, like, because he does go out so hard and especially on the ski, is it you just can't keep up at that point, or is it just like you just don't want to ruin yourself for the rest of the race, so like make a decision at that point not to try and stick with him?
Yeah, it's like I maybe I could go on a ski like a 1:38 like he goes, but I didn't manage that in training to do. I'm going 1:40, 1:31 in training on like one case or in a set, but I never did a 1:38. Maybe if I do like 1 kilometer, then yeah. But and then yeah, it's a too important race like to try it, like to go too hard out and to see what happened. And I knew like if I go 1:30, it's fast too, and maybe I'll need like the first 2 laps to recover from that. But it's important to be in front. I know from the last races, if you are not in front, it's very, very hard like to finish in front. Not everybody is like Toby. Toby is like very calm. He's also very experienced. He's almost there from the very beginning, and he knows how to race a HYROX, and he knows us or the other opponents very well. And yeah, his strategy paid off too.
Yeah,
did a great job.
Sure did. How did you like the venue and the atmosphere inside the venue? Was that like particularly special that night?
Yeah, it was another big step from Vegas, like to Manchester. The crowd was amazing. The shorter laps. Maybe it's not faster for us, but it's better for the spectators, and for us it's also very good. Like you come around often through the spectators, and they are like cheering you on and then pushing you, and that was fun. Even if you're like with yourself and don't recognize everything around you, but it helps a lot. It helps a lot.
Yeah.
I liked it. I hope it will stay pretty similar like this. Yeah. And I like the setup with like going more lengths with shorter meters. It's perfect. Yeah. Because everybody knows the time doesn't matter at this event. Yeah. It's like it's the places. Yeah.
Do your tactics change on the grid at all, or not particularly?
Not really. It's always the same. I'm not like Hunter. I'm not going out that hard, but I try to go out hard too. If I like do normal events and race for time, I go really hard too. But what's different is I trained at specifically turns. The turns and the corners, and to get their speed faster, especially at the farmer carry, turn around and make 2 smaller, faster steps, and then find your pace again, and then again.
Yeah. Okay.
That's different.
like Hunter's said he'll be back next season. Do you think he can be beaten next season?
For sure, yeah. I think there is nobody like right now in HYROX who I haven't beaten. Hunter was behind me in Leipzig 2021. Maybe he wasn't in his best like shape or form at this day, but the whole field is catching up. The times are crazy fast, and next season, I'm not sure if I think you will need a 56 or a 57 low to be in the elite, and that's for sure. And I think his world record will be broken too. I think we'll see a 53 at least next season, and a lot more 55s and 56 for sure times. Yeah,
Exciting times.
It's gonna be very fast.
Yeah, yeah.
And we'll see a lot of new faces, I think, because we are expanding to, like, HYROX is expanding to Sydney, Australia, Melbourne, Dubai, and Japan. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how the athletes from these countries will do.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So if we talk a bit about your sporting background before you found HYROX, you're a swimmer, right?
Yes, I used to swim for about 15 years.
Okay.
I started with 8, and it was like training swimming almost every day since then, until like 25 or something. Yeah.
And what sort of level were you at in that?
Yeah, national championships, and junior nationals, national championships. Yeah.
Do you still swim now as part of your training?
I tried like now a bit more because I'm preparing for an 70.3 Ironman.
Okay.
Like, it's my off-season goal, and I try at least once a week. Yeah.
Do you feel like it's something that's beneficial, like to include for people to include in their HYROX training, or not especially?
I think it's the only way you can like train your lungs, because there is no other movement or sport or workout which you do like with holding your breath, and it's good for ski erg. If you swim butterfly, freestyle, I think it's good for your back muscles, and for sure it's a good endurance workout. Yeah.
Okay. I had a question come in for you while we're talking about swimming. Someone's asked what your greatest achievement in swimming was, or what you're most proud of in your swimming. Like, is it a certain time that you achieved that you're most proud of?
Yeah, I was a breaststroker, and I think in 2011 I got second at the national championships, and that was like my biggest achievement in swimming. I won 2007, 2008. I won the junior nationals in Austria. Yes, that was another big like achievement, but I never like made the step on the international level and to compete against the best in Europe or the best in the world.
Okay. So off season, you're going for a 70.3 Ironman.
Yes, I'm going for a Spartan race in like 3 weeks, and the Ironman in about a month or 2 months. 2 months, I think. Yeah.
Is that something you've done before?
Yeah. Both of them.
Okay.
I did the Spartan race and I did the Ironman. Yeah, I'll try to like improve my times there, but it's more for fun and enjoy, and like race an event without thinking much, and just have fun.
Yeah. But the intention, I presume, is to come back to HYROX next season.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll be back. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be back. I'll stay there for a few years.
That was one of my questions, actually. So you've really been around since the start of the sport, or certainly for a long time. You're still like fired up to compete in it? Like a lot of people ask, like HYROX especially, like, are they going to change the race in any way or anything like that? And I don't think they are. But are you, like, you're still excited to compete 4 or 5 years in?
Boy, I am. I'm still excited. I love it. HYROX is getting bigger and bigger, and the guys there, they are improving. The events are getting bigger, and there's more prize money each year, and so like the motivation is very big. If I think back like to my swimming career, or there was like no money, and we killed each other every day, every session, like twice a day. I used to swim more back then than I run now. That's crazy if I think of. And but it's a big benefit that I had like this 15-20 years in swimming, and now I can like now it helps me a lot for my during my workouts and for my HYROX work and for my preparation. And I think my mental game is on point because we went through a lot. We had a Hungarian coach. He was like really old school, and we used to swim like 8, 9, 10 kilometers a session. And yeah.
Okay. All right. So over that time in HYROX, what would you say has been your best experience in the race?
In a race, or
well, in HYROX in general, what's your best experience? I mean, obviously you've been on the podium a fair few times, won the European Championships. Is there one that stands out for you?
I have to say the race in Maastricht was my best race, I think, in form like of my shape and how I felt during the race and everything. I'm very proud of that. I was like really good prepared for that one, and I was like really happy that I could show it on that day and in that race. Even Michael made it like very hard until the lunges for me, but I knew during the lunges, okay, if it comes to the wall balls, I'll have him. I'll get him. And yeah, so Maastricht was my best race. But HYROX is like every race is very special. I love the races in Vienna because it's my hometown. I raced here I don't know 4 times, and the first HYROX was here, and 3 times I won here. And I think I did my PB here too, in front of my family, in front of my friends, and that was a very special moment for me, for sure. And yeah, but I love to travel. I love the HYROX community. I love to see the people, talk to them, and so even if I like finished second on Friday in Manchester, Saturday was also a very great day. I walked around, talked to people, cheered the other guys on the track, and it was really fun. Yeah, being around.
Yeah. And it's growing so much as well. Like the community is growing so much. It's and I'd imagine the atmosphere in that race on Friday was different to a lot of the races that you've done as well, right?
Yeah, UK events are different. The people are crazy about HYROX and crazy about sport, and you can see that and you can feel that.
Yeah. Just that you mentioned that like the UK, like previously your UK race was at like the normal Manchester event, if you like, where you did the doubles event with Thiago. Have you got any more plans to do another doubles in the future and another go at the world record?
Not now. We aren't thinking about that. I'm not thinking about the normal races yet, where to race, because we are still waiting like for the dates for the 4 majors, and how the whole season will go. And but if we go for a double, if we plan a double, we'll make sure it's going to be a fast track, and maybe not in the US and not in the UK. We had really bad luck with the sleds in Manchester. They felt like way heavier than pro sleds. And I remember like Hunter and Tom Hogan running in London, the double. They were like flying over the carpet with their sleds, and yeah, that's also the station we knew like, okay, there is no chance to get the world record. Yeah. But if we do a double, if I do a double with Thiago or somebody else, we will go for the world record for sure.
Yeah. Over time in HYROX, like I was looking at your times, and you fairly consistently have improved over the years, which I know like a lot of people do, but a lot of people don't as well. And I think you started out around sort of 110 in the pro division, and like now you're down to 56 minutes. There's a few questions around this. Do you feel like you can continue to improve? Do you feel like there's weaknesses that you can still work on?
We all know it depends on the track, your time on the event, on the venue. But yeah, if I take my PB in Vienna, if I just hadn't dropped the ball there, I would be like 10-15 seconds faster. And there were some other stations, and yeah, where I could like easily cut off 10 seconds there, 15 seconds there, 5 seconds there, and just there like I can find a minute or 1.5. And I think if everything fits together, and if I put everything together, I can go faster. And I will try at the beginning of the season, maybe not in September, but October, early November, I'll try to set a very fast time, which like holds me in the elite 15 for the whole season. And for me, the way will be like to try it like Hunter, to train the first stations, to go out very hard, and then like to maintain the speed, because we all know after the sleds, everything is more than less body weight. Everything is fast. You can burpee fast, you can row fast. Fama carry is at this level always unbroken. Lunges, the weight isn't that heavy if you are on an elite level. And for sure in the future, if you want to stay in the elite or be an elite athlete, you have to do the wall balls not only unbroken, you have to do them fast unbroken if you want to win.
Yeah. Certainly seeing that on the women's side, like the top girls are all unbroken. Yeah. Miriam's going faster unbroken than the others. So I think that's where the men will go as well too. You, like I said about like your improvements over time in the sport, do you feel like you were doing anything wrong training wise initially? Like what are there things that you've learned about the training that have worked for you, that have brought around significant improvements for you? Anything stand out there?
I'm not really going all out in my training. I'm always at, I won't say 80, but around 85-90% of what I can do. And I think that's a big advantage if you go in a competition, and then like you give it all your best at the competition, and it feels different. I'm sore every time after the race. I'm like 2 days, I can't do anything. I know like Dylan Scott or the other American guys are just on the bike on the next day, or on a 10K run or on something. I can barely move the day after. But that's because I'm like holding back in my training. I train hard, but not like on the maximum every time. And And I think that's a big advantage. And you have to know your body. You need that experience. And yeah, I'm not running a lot. I'm running about 40 kilometers a week, and I do like 5-6 training sessions a week, 1 hour, 1.5 hour. Very specific. After 5 years of HYROX, I know like on what to work on, and I know where my weaknesses are, where my strengths are, and now it's just like to improve everything and put it together in one race.
Yeah. So the intention with the not going that hard, like 85%, whatever it is so that you can get up and do it again the next day. Is that the thought process behind that?
Yes, yeah, I'm training with Thiago's training programming, and it sometimes it's a lot, and then I like cut things off and put them together with how I feel and everything. But he does it very well, and I think it fits really good to me. And yeah, for sure, if you can't go all out every day, like yeah. And if I feel good on a day, maybe if I feel good on the ski, I'll do more on the ski. If I feel good on the burpees, I'll do a couple more burpees. And if I feel good on a run, maybe on that day I'll do a faster run and something like that. Yeah. If I feel bad, I will try like to maybe do some lighter endurance work or something. It always depends like how I wake up in the morning and how I feel. Because I work in the morning from 8 to like 12 or 1 p.m. I'm used to work out or train in the evening. That's why I like if a championship race is very, very late.
Yeah,
it's good for me.
Okay, and that like 40 kilometers or whatever it is of running that you're doing a week, what does that look like in terms of speed wise? Is a high percentage of that fairly slow, steady running, or is it quite high paced?
I don't know, a zone 2 run, like Thiago calls it, is around 4:15 a kilometer, and that's my slowest. I don't run slower. Like if I have to run like 5 minutes or 4:40 then I'd rather go like for a bike ride or for a swim instead of running 5 minutes a kilometer. And yeah, there is a long run, like 10 kilometers, 12 kilometers. And I have intervals like thousands, 1Ks, and I have 500s, and yeah, it like rotates that, and some sprints in it, and yeah. And every 2 or 3 weeks there is like a faster long run where I ran like 10 kilometers in I don't know 3:30, and a bit faster than the race pace.
But the slowest you would typically go is like 4:15 per kilometer pace. Any other zone 2 stuff where you're meant to go slower than that, you're just like you're going to go do that on the bike or the roads. Okay. In terms of mindset and your mindset in the race and in like tough training sessions, if and when they come, what do you think about? Do you try and distract yourself? Do you focus on a certain thing? Where does your mind go?
That's what I used to like when I was younger, and it was always like, okay, I did my workouts, I did my training, I was there every day. I used to wake up at 6 o'clock. I've been in the morning. I've been at the morning sessions. I've been at the evening sessions. I trained hard. And for me, competition day is like a ceremony for myself to be there and enjoy and show what I can do. And that's I get a bit nervous just right before the race, before the start, but not that much. It's like maybe the first lap, and then it's like, okay, we are in the middle of the race, and let's go. I'm not thinking too much about the other guys because everybody is different. You have like Hunter, this big massive guy. You have Toby Lautwein, who's a bit smaller. Not he isn't doing that much of strength training. You know, everybody looks different, and you can't say by the look how anybody is in shape. You know, and that's what I know, and that I'm not thinking about that. I'm just standing there. I know what I've done. I know that I'm ready, and just go.
Okay, makes sense. All right, cool. You sort of briefly touched on, we're still waiting to find out what the elite race, sort of the qualifying process is going to be, and the majors and so on. Do you have an opinion on what you would like that to look like? What would be fair for you?
I mean, yeah, I'm around from the very beginning, and I see the improvement, and I like it. So for me, it's like if you do just one world championship a year and stay with the qualifying with the times, I'm good with it. I'm okay. If you say like 4 majors and the first 3, the podiums, qualify directly for the world champs, okay, I'm good with it. For me, it doesn't matter if you say like just the Europeans on the European Championship, just the US guys at the US at the North American Championships. I say it's okay. For me, it doesn't matter. There are rules, you have to follow them. Yeah. I mean, it's nice. It's nice from HYROX that they like hear us out and let us say our opinions. But in the end, it's their decision, and we have to go with it.
Okay, cool. All right. A few more questions, more of a quick fire round questions to finish up with. One is, do you have any pre-race rituals or superstitions?
I have like my warm-up routine, how I warm up, and I like to listen to music before a race just to like be on myself and clear everything else out. And
what's the music?
It's like 80s, 90s rock, something like that. Yeah. And just classic, like rocky songs, something like that, or Bruce Springsteen, or And yeah, it's almost my daily warm-up routine, what I do during before a race, because I feel good. I get a bit I bring my heart rate up, I get a bit sweaty, and then I'm ready. I know I'm ready.
Okay, cool. What footwear do you wear in the race, or what's your footwear of choice at the moment?
I changed now for the World Champs to the Brooks Hyperion. Yeah, Hyperion Tempo. Yeah, but before I used to wear the Ghost 14.
Okay.
They were a bit heavier, but like not only the grip, but how I felt in the shoe was really great. I felt really safe. There was like no sliding in the shoe, and it was perfect. And for me, it's like, it doesn't matter if it's 50 grams more or less. But a lot of people told me like, okay, but try the Hyperion. It's the same, just lighter. And I tried it, and it worked in the training during the sled and the other stations. And yeah, I gave it a try at the World Champs, and yeah, it worked. And I will, for the next races, I'll stay with them, and then we'll see. Yeah.
Okay. What's the toughest thing you've ever done in sport?
I did a marathon race without running before, without training, and that was really hard. Yeah, it was back in, I don't know, 2013, 14. I was swimming a lot. I had like the swimming endurance, but I wasn't running. Like there was no running. And yeah, I went out really hard. Like I had 1:30 the first half, like after 21 kilometers. And then I died, like I finished in 4 hours or something. I was like after 26, 27 kilometers, I had to walk a bit and then try to keep moving and go and go and go. But I finished.
Yeah.
I finished and it was a great experience, but yeah.
Cool. All right. Post race food. What would you go out? Did you go out and celebrate after Manchester, for example? Did you go out and eat something?
Especially after the world champs, when you know it's like off season, I go with burger or pizza or something else. Yeah. But even if it's like during the season, and maybe I'll stay with pasta or a risotto or something, something healthier. But as I told you, like after the race, I feel really bad if I have a good race and I'm sore, my stomach is hurting, I'm really dead, and I'm good and at the evening if I like can drink a glass of water and just go to sleep, and then on the next day I'll enjoy a big breakfast, and yeah, that's it.
Okay. All right. And if you could change the race in any way to make it more suited to you, what would you do?
Maybe maybe swim instead of the runs. But if it will be a bit more fun if everything is like a bit heavier. I would like that, like the same distance, everything, but just heavier. Just you have to row or to ski on the 10, and heavier sleds, heavier lunges, a heavier wall ball. That would be fun. Yeah.
Okay. All right, nice. Well, thank you for doing this. So you've got your triathlon. You've got no races booked for the new season yet?
No. I'm always very late. Like, like I do the registration maybe 3 weeks out or something, and yeah.
Okay. Right.
Like I said, like we don't know like when the majors are. I don't know if the first is in Barcelona or not. They told us like maybe, but it's not 100% sure. And if the first one is in Barcelona in like the middle of November, I will race in October, at the end of October or in the middle of October. And I need to check where the races are. And yeah, I like to travel. Maybe if there is another race in Spain, maybe Valencia is in October. I'll go there, or yeah. But I'll try to find like a fast course in Spain or in Germany or somewhere like this. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Where should people go if they want to follow you, find out more about you? And Instagram, is it?
Yeah, Instagram.
What's the username? Do you know?
Yeah, Alexander .Rončević.
Okay. And anything else you wish I'd asked before we finish up?
No, I think yeah, we talked about a lot, and we can do it again, maybe in a few months.
Okay, yeah. When you've broken the world record, we'll get you back on.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
I'm going for that.
All right. Well, thank you for this, and I'll talk to you again soon. Take care, everyone.
Thank you, Greg. Have a nice evening. Bye.